Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, the 30th of October, 2023. Yeah, 10:30, 2:23. Just thinking about the numbers of the day. I've been really congested today. Started yesterday. I'm not the only one. I seen that my daughter posted something on Facebook about my granddaughter, and it's like she has a cold, but I guess she took her to the doctor, and she doesn't have a fever. She's not, nothing's wrong that way. They can't see a sign of a cold, but yet she's coughing to the point of making herself puke. So it's congestion. It's the energy. I'm sure of it, right? The Schumann today was at 7 and then went to 17. So in the rising, I was not very comfortable. I've been in pain all day. My left leg and foot's, really bugging me, right? Numb, tingly. It's piriformis syndrome, right? When you look up the symptoms. So yeah, I know it's the energy. I do. Yesterday wasn't like this, and I didn't do anything different than I usually do, consume or otherwise. So yeah, and it is gray and cloud covered here today, but in the afternoon the sun came out, right? And there was big puffy clouds. Well, you know what I think about clouds, right? Yeah. And a couple little snowflakes, but nothing you can really pay attention to. So the energy, the pressure in the air changed, and that affects the fibromyalgia in my body, right? My vessel. So I'm kind of chalking it up to that, why I'm in discomfort today in my left leg. I got really tired today. This afternoon, 1 o'clock, I laid down and I didn't get up until almost 3. I didn't really sleep. I just kind of dozed, I suppose you could say, right? Yeah. So not a lot of energy. Are you feeling it too? Do you have energy, or you just want to have a nap, just go back to bed kind of thing? I haven't done anything today at all. I just don't have the energy for it. So, yeah. No birds today, but I haven't asked for any signs either. I've just been keeping myself entertained and trying not to fall asleep. So, yeah, that was my day. Something about all these immigrants, too, that you see in all over all the truther sites and stuff, about them coming and being put up in hotels, and they're all, young men, military age and stuff like that, right? Think about it this way, okay? They're all being trained by the white military, because we need that many people to go and arrest the police, the doctors, right? All the people that give the kill shot to our friends and families and neighbors. Catching my drift? Right? So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. And then you have ones that you see, when this first started in other countries and stuff, and they were causing harm to women and children and stuff like that. Well, to me, the way my brain works is that those were crisis actors from the dark military, so that you won't trust, right? Cause mayhem and fear in ya. You see what I'm saying? Whatever the good wants to do, they have to turn it dark or do their own. But whatever they plan never comes to fruit. It doesn't. It gets, little compared to the big that they wanted it to be. So, yeah. Because this is what I've been saying, right? It's just, yeah, it's the good military training them. Because we're going to need that many people if you think about it. Canada's big, and so is the United States, isn't it? We have lots of them. So, and the judges and the lawyers and anybody who works for the corporation that knows that they're doing illegal stuff, but do it anyway because it's a big fat paycheck, right? I learned a mudra today, a mudra. A mudra is a ancient Indian power symbols, right? With your hands, you know, like when you meditate, they tell you to go like that, okay? These are not satanic, right? They're mudras. And they're to harness your energy when you're manifesting. Suppose some people will pray, which I don't, because P-R-E-Y, pray. I am not praying on anybody unless I need to. And I'm not going to, the only time I would do that is if they tried to make me pray, and then you turn it right back around on them. I won't be anybody's prey. I'll become the predator. It's self-defense. You know, that's what it is. So yeah, my mother taught me that. She is a different woman, let me tell you. But I love her. I miss her. I do. And my father too. But I lost him when I was like 26. So I've missed him longer. I have. Okay, the mudra. To manifest money, health, wealth, or love, health, wealth, right? You take your hand and you go like that. You get your thumb, right? And then you take your finger and you wrap it around just over top of the nail of your thumb like that, and you keep your fingers in like that, right? And that's how you harness the energy, direct the energy when you're manifesting for health, wealth, or love, right? So when you're thinking about it, you make that hand gesture. Do both hands if you want. So yeah, I did that while I was laying down earlier. And then my hands started cramping up because I started dozing, so I had to release it, right? But just a thought, you might want to check it out. Who knows, right? I remember my grandma used to get me to twiddle my thumbs if you're bored, right? Sit there and twiddle your thumbs, so you concentrate on sitting still, I suppose. I don't know, right? Oh yeah, there's another thing too. In Brazil, I watched a video today. It was on the news article page that I watched, Disclosure News, right? And it was a video of a bunch of people in Brazil. They were in the bush, and they came upon this white light in the bush, right? And it was like it looked like it could be, I don't know, a body. Let's say it was standing correct, up, you know, upright. And it was just light emanating from all around it. You couldn't see anything, just the light in that shape, right? So it could be a being, right? And then all the people are talking in their language from Brazil, and so you couldn't understand it. And two guys got off the Jeep and went. They were going to try to walk into the bush towards it. Another guy on the Jeep, you can hear him yelling at them, you know, telling them to come back. So they did. And as they were backing up and stuff, you know, see if they could find a better view, they started seeing more. Another one off in the distance, right? And so the caption of it said that they are nature spirits. They are there because they love all the critters and the creatures and the flora and the fauna, right? And they show up when people try to encroach upon their territory and that parts of the forest. So I thought that was lovely. I did. Made my heart smile because I love the critters and the creatures. I do. I've been thinking about trying to find a cat to raise. Feline, I should say. Right? I was watching Gina the other day, one of her videos, and she was reading her comments, and she's saying, she was talking about her cat Rosie, her feline Rosie, and I guess the commenter said, Rosie's a feline. And she goes, then she starts laughing and she goes, Rosie's not a feline, she's a cat. She goes, she's not a fox, she's not a fox. Right? I was like, okay, she doesn't get it. She never learned this, right? A fox would be a canine, not a feline. And Rosie is a feline, because people call them cats. Right? But I thought it was funny. Anyway, That's just me, right? My boys, too. I got a message from my second son last night, and he sent me 2 videos. One was about the fourth dimension. It was somebody talking about, how to be in the fourth dimension. And the second one was on Jordan Peterson, right? And he's like, listen to them, Mom, please, right? And I texted back and said, I'm already in the 5th D. I said, I know all this stuff and more. I said, that's why people don't understand me. And he texts me back, he says, okay, wow. He says, I'm getting it. I'm starting to understand. I said, no, you don't stand under anybody. I said, we understand. We feel how it resonates. We tell the truth on how it resonates in our body, with our body. Right? And he was like, okay, right? But he was like, I'm getting it. So I'm so glad he is expanding his consciousness, right? And he, because he thinks, he doesn't, sometimes he thinks what I say is a bit crazy, and then he goes, but I get it, he's just like, nobody else does. He's in that stage where he's afraid to be judged by others, right? All the sheep. But I've been talking to him, and he's getting it, right? It's how to be a warrior of light. It is. Sometimes you have to be willing to lose everything, everyone, right? To stand up for what you know is right, true to you. So yeah, my other 2 sons, they get it too. Or my third son, he's starting to get it. He said that he was going to bring his baby and the baby's mama here tomorrow to hand out candy for Halloween. I said, I don't celebrate Halloween anymore. It's a satanic ritual holiday, and I won't do it. And he was like, oh, and he was just like the birthday song, right? And I was like, yes. He says, that's bad too. I said, yep. And then he explained it to me. And I said, yep. If you never had a birthday, I said, you ever pay attention to little kids when everybody's around them in a circle with all the lights off and candles on? That's kind of ritualized, right? And, well, that's what he said. And I said, and then when they sing, the child starts crying because they know, right? And he was like, you're right. He goes, I'm not doing that to his son Marshall. And I said, good. That's good, right? So, yeah. And my 4th son, yeah, he's vaxxed. I haven't talked to him for a while, so I just send him love and hope he's doing well. Talking to the angels last night, and I asked them to go help all the people that are vaxxed, to give them eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mouth to speak, right? And asked them to bring them into the light. I did, right? Because I care about everybody. I know they piss me off, but that's part of life, right? Doesn't mean I don't care. I do. But yeah, this is for all the real women and mankind of the realm, not the clones, not the what do you call them, NPCs and the other robots and stuff. They have different people that I'm sure look after them, right? So yeah, I do it for the real men and womankind. Yep, I do. All right, I think that's all for today. Can't really think of much else to say, and my video might cut off here because, yeah, it's on a phone, and the way the world is now, the people who run the technology, if you don't buy their data, or their gigabytes, or whatever the heck they are, they tell you have no more storage, right? Yeah. And I'm working on old phones. On disability, I cannot afford to go buy a new phone every time they bring one out for $1,000 or more. Come on. Alright? That's my check. Gone. What am I supposed to do, right? So, I do it this way. I do. Alright, here's hoping the energy changes for tomorrow. The Schumann gets higher. I love the high Schumann resonance. I love the sunshine. I do. I love the flora and fauna, the critters and the creatures, real men and womankind. I do. So I hope you're all doing well. How's your energy? Like I'm saying, stay hydrated, right? Self-love. Take a bath. Sit in a warm bath. Whatever it takes. That's being kind to yourself. Alright, that's enough of that. I love you all's consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.